We are a land of many faiths, and we are singing, we're singing for our lives. We are...
It's now my privilege to introduce to you Dr. Ingrid Mattson from the Islamic Society of North America.
Good afternoon. I come to you today in the name of my daughter, Sumaya, who is hospitalized, but asked me to come to you today to leave her bedside because she and I both remember that day a number of years ago when I walked into the room and found her weeping and sobbing like I'd never seen her cry before. She was 14 years old, and the pictures from Abu Ghraib had just been released. She didn't stop crying for 3 days. And she kept saying to me over and over, I just don't understand. How can people do this to other people? How can anyone do this? How could anyone treat another human being like this? This is all we are asking. How can this happen? We need to know how this can happen so we can understand how to make sure that it will never, ever happen again in our name. Torture happens everywhere in the world, every day. It's happening today to women, to men, even children. They are being tortured in prisons and police cells, on military compounds, in all sorts of dark and lonely places. People are being kicked and punched, beaten, poked, burned, electrocuted, waterboarded. The question is, how can we do those things? And because we did, we've lost not only our own dignity, but collectively, as my daughter's words indicated to me, faith. Faith in ourselves as Americans, faith in our humanity, faith in our system of justice and our system of law. This is the ultimate insecurity. Like domestic violence, when we experience violence from those who we believe will protect us and guard us, it is a double offense. We were hurt by 9/11 and we reacted. The Quran, in my tradition, teaches us, do not let the hatred of others towards you make you swerve from justice. It's not our own hatred, but because others hate us and we become afraid and we react. We did that. We can perhaps forgive, and maybe others can forgive us. An extraordinary man was released from Guantanamo last week and returned to France, an Algerian man who in his compassion said that he doesn't hold anything, a grudge against the United States, but he doesn't understand how this could have happened in the name of this country that he believed was governed by the rule of law. And it is this erosion of faith in the American government itself, in the dream that not only we have, but oppressed people from all over the world. Because we all know that in the last number of years, torturers, dictators, rulers from across the world have used U.S. Commission of Torture to justify their own continuing acts of brutality and torture against their citizens. We lowered the bar. We set open the possibility for others to do torture in the name of their own interests and security, and that is a diversion from the rule and the role that we had earlier. How many Muslims from my community, from all over the world, came here as a place of refuge? They looked to the United States as a place where their dignity, their individual dignity, their human rights, and the rule of law would be upheld, and they felt shaken. As torture survivors from other countries, Latin America, South America, and other places, felt shaken by what they saw was possible in the name of this country. We need to reclaim that. We can only do that by knowing the truth. I want to be able to tell my daughter that we have acted in her name, that we will not allow her or her friends or anyone else once again to see pictures and to hear about these terrible actions that have been done in their name, and they can once again feel secure, at least that they will not be associated with a nation that tortures. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Matson. Archbishop Senenko will now come forward and share with us a word from one who has experienced the abuse and the torture of these past years.
I will read the poem, Is It True?, which is written by Osama Abu Kabir. It is found in the book Poems from Guantanamo, The Detainees Speak, as edited by Mark Flockoff. Osama Abu Kabir was a Jordanian water truck driver who worked for the municipality of Greater Amman in Jordan. After joining an Islamic missionary organization called Jama'at al-Talbani, he traveled to Afghanistan, where he was detained by anti-Taliban forces and handed over to the United States military. One of the justifications that continues to be offered for his detention is that he was captured wearing a Casio digital watch, a brand supposedly favored by members of Al-Qaeda because some models can be used as bomb detonators. As of today, Kabir remains in Guantanamo. Is it true? Is it true that grass grows again after rain? Is it true that the flowers will rise up in spring? Is it true that birds will migrate home again? Is it true that the salmon swim back up their stream? It is true. This is true. These are all miracles. But is it true that one day we'll leave Guantanamo Bay? Is it true that one day we'll go back to our homes? I sail in my dreams. I am dreaming of home. To be with my children, each one part of me. To be with my wife and the ones that I love. To be with my parents, my world's tenderest hearts. I dream to be home, to be free from this cage. But do you hear me, O Judge? Do you hear me at all? We are innocent here. We've committed no crime. Set me free. Set us free. If anywhere still, justice and compassion remain in this world.
We are there.